Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to 6 News. So what we're doing today is a reality check of the Year 4 roadmap for Rainbow Six Siege. This is very much an opinion piece by me and I very much want your opinion as well, so comments are welcome. And we're going to go through all the components of the Year 4 roadmap and just reality check it all. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll start with the Year 1 roadmap, take a quick look at it, and see how things have changed over the years until we get to the Year 4 roadmap. So, the Year 1 roadmap was actually really nice. It was a really goddamn gorgeous design. It looked great. It was nice and simple, showed off the seasons. Of course, it told us we were getting 8 new operators. We were going to be getting 4 new maps, some new weapons. Of course, the new weapons were, coming with the operators. So that was a bit misleading, but I understand why they put it in. But the interesting part is the plus part. So of course they ended up having to say, you know what, we're not actually going to add in a new game mode. So that never came into the game. Also, the interesting thing is the cosmetics as well. So back then we didn't have headgears, we didn't have uniforms, we had like charms and weapon skins, that was it. So they added that in as time went on. The other thing that's really, really interesting is the exclusive seasonal content and events, which of course we are actually getting now with Year 4, but never really came with any other year. So of course we did end up getting like seasonal, content. We got like Christmas skins and stuff like that, but we didn't really get anything that we would call an event in Year 1. So that is really interesting. For Year 2, we had probably one of the most beautiful roadmaps. Loved this, but we can see that the devs really changed how they decided to market stuff. So they cut down the amount of details. So it didn't even mention the operators we're getting. It didn't mention anything about weapons. It didn't mention much. It just said, okay, here's the new seasons, going to have mid-season reinforcements, and that's it. Of course, this ended up with Operation Health, so ended up messing up this roadmap. And of course, Operation Health ended up having its own roadmap as well, but we won't go over that in this. And then with Year 3, we had this roadmap. So this one's pretty ugly, really dark, not very, not nearly as good looking as the other ones, but, a very clean layout. It showed the new operators, it showed we're going to get an outbreak event, we're going to get a new map, and a new rework of a map, and then a new map at the end of the season. So it was quite a different year, but quite a simple roadmap. And maybe because of Operation Health, they were taking it a bit safer, just, showing off less, not, promising as much. Now let's move on to the Year 4 roadmap. So we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So first of all, playlists. This is filler. This is just something to kind of add on an extra bullet point to what you're going to get in the new year, and it means nothing because in Season 1 we're getting the brand new newcomer playlist, which is now out. So that covers that bullet point already. It's like, it doesn't really matter. We already know we're getting events, that means new playlists as well, so that is just total filler. We can just, scrub that completely off. Player behavior, that's just something that should happen every single year. That's always something that should get tackled. So again, it shouldn't be on a roadmap. Then operator balancing, again, that's something that should not be on a roadmap, so we can kind of clear that off as well. So that leaves us with this. So let's start from the bottom. Of course, we've got our brand new seasonal events. Now, the reality of this is I would love these to be mini outbreak events. So something where it's like a story mission where you have this real intense storytelling, but you get to play a mission, and of course it involves all the characters that we know, and we get to see the kind of their gadgets used in real world settings. And I would say I would love them to be up against terrorists, not like alien zombie things. If they're up against terrorists, so it was like really kind of tied in with the backstory of Rainbow Six Siege and all that, that would be awesome. That's what I would love to see. That's what I'd love these mid-season events to be. But what I think they're going to be is more like the Halloween event, where it's a kind of customized map, a fun playlist, a bit of changes of gameplay, a little bit of changes of kind of game style. So I've done a potential idea for a seasonal event, which is unicorns versus toy soldiers because of some of the leaked cosmetics. And I've got no idea if that's going to actually be one of the events. But I kind of played an idea that you could be shrunk down on like the house map running around, and it would be kind of funny for like maybe a weekend event or something like that. It's something where it just kind of changes the rules up, makes something different. It's an optional event you can obviously play with some cosmetics as well. But it was actually just me trying to figure out how the hell a unicorn Tachanka gets into the game and it doesn't mess it up. So maybe I was reaching a bit there. But that's what I kind of expect from the events, is something kind of fun, a little bit different, and not a big awesome thing like even just a mini outbreak. I don't expect anything like that. I do hope that they will bring us something like a mini outbreak eventually, some kind of story mission, but I don't know if we're going to bring it for year 4. That's my kind of reality check there. Of course, I do want your guys' opinion on that. What do you think these events are going to bring us? And don't forget, of course, if we're reality checking here, paid cosmetics is a massive part of why these events exist. They are obviously very, very successful, making them tons of money. That is why the events are now on the roadmap as actual things that we can expect, and we're going to get at least one every mid-season. So yeah, those paid packs are going to be there every single season. Then if we move up, of course, we've got the brand new maps and the reworks of maps. Now, to be honest, if they had no new map this year, I'd be fine, because I think we've got to the point where we have the right amount of maps. There's enough variety. Now, if we go back and kind of improve those old maps, I think we're going to have a beautiful map pool that could last us decades, where we could have a lot of fun. My big concern is like Hereford. So they reworked Hereford and it looks awesome. It's a cool map. But I think there's one big issue is I miss the old Hereford, because I don't think the new Hereford is like a really bad map or something. I do kind of enjoy playing it, but I just miss the old Hereford every single time I play the new one. And I hate that the reworks have turned into that, where the old one disappears. Like if the old Hereford was actually still in the game, it was in casual playlist or something, I would love that. I'd love to go back and play that map more. So yeah, I'm fine that we're only getting one new map this year. I'd be fine with none. And when it comes to the reworks, the cafe rework looks really good. I'm actually really, really excited for that one, because it's the same map we currently have, but it's tweaked and improved. And that's kind of what I think of Clubhouse. Clubhouse, I do, reminisce about the old one, but when I play Clubhouse, it feels like Clubhouse. I don't miss the old Clubhouse, and the bonus is that it feels like a much more interesting map to attack and defend. It just feels more enjoyable. So that one was a perfect rework for me. Now, Cafe kind of looks like that. They're kind of tweaking the old Cafe and bringing us a new version. And I like that because it's still the old one. I'm not going to miss it. However, Canal is a potential issue for me, because it is like the Hereford rework, where it's complete redesign from the ground up. So it's still kind of a similar layout. You've got the two separate buildings. You've got much more connection points. But my big concern is a completely new looking map. So when I play that map, I'm going to miss the old canal, because right now, the old canal is one of my favorite maps. I love playing that map. And every time I play the new one, I bet I'm going to miss the old one. Again, I'm going to just wish that it was in casual. And I'd be fine with this too. If they, like I say, I'd be fine with them having both maps in the game at the same time. I'd be fine with that. Then, of course, they're doing rework to Theme Park, and we don't know really much about that. We got kind of a little idea of what they're changing, but that's about it. And I think it's going to be more like Cafe, where they tweak the original map. So it won't be like a huge overhaul. It'll just be a tweak. But you guys let me know about the map reworks, because I'm quite excited for most of this. So the map side of things, I'm really excited for. I don't need new maps, just kind of improve the old ones. I think that's great. And keep some of the old ones as well. Then moving on to the operators. So of course we've got the Australian season with Burnt Horizon, and next season we're going to get America and Denmark. Now I do think they could have ditched the American operator here and just given us a Scandinavian season. I think that would have been perfect. I don't really think anyone would have had a problem with that. So like if Norway, Sweden maybe were in there, I think that would have been absolutely amazing for season 2. Little Scandinavian season would have been brilliant. So I think it's a pity there's another US operator in there, but I understand why. Marketing wise, it's a huge area of the world. Give them another operator, they're going to be hyped about it. So yeah, I get it, but would have preferred another Scandinavian. Then season 3 is going to be very exciting, with 2 brand new countries added to the game. That's great. I'm going to really enjoy that. I bet season 3 I'll be absolutely loving. And the same for season 4. I can't wait to add 2 new countries in again. So really excited for season 3 and 4. I think they could be absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm excited for that. But when it comes to the reality checking of the actual operator abilities, I bet we will see a lot more overlap. And I kind of noticed that with Hibana, being kind of overlap of Thermite. I think we're going to see a lot of like combinations of gadgets we already have, which are just twists on the current one, because we're going to eventually have 100 operators. So I think every year there's going to be really unique, brand new gadgets we've never seen before, and then there's going to be a bunch which is going to be combining other operators together to form a new variation of a current gadget set that we already have. Hibana and Kaid are perfect examples of operators that we basically already have in the game, but they're just a modification of those operators to bring us something new, which I really like. Like Kaid and Hibana, love those operators, love those gadgets. They bring a whole new aspect to the game that I think is great, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. And I'm also glad that we're still getting 8 operators a year. I could actually see them in the future slowing down operator production to kind of make it last a little bit longer, because once they hit that 100 mark, I think they are going to quite literally stop. Now that will probably be the golden age for Rainbow Six Siege, because at that point they won't be adding massive amounts of stuff in, so they can actually fix the bugs long term. That'll be kind of like, I think, the golden age. Whereas right now with the new seasons, it always comes with massive amount of bugs every single time, and I think there's, at this point there's obviously no way to fix it. So yeah, that's my kind of reality check of year 4 and the content that we should be getting. Let me know what you guys think about this, because like I say, I hope the mid-season events are quite deep, but I think they're going to be pretty simple. The operators, I think, are going to be good, but I think we'll get a lot of kind of Kaid level and Hibana level where they kind of merge operators together and make new ones. And when it comes to new maps, like I say, I'm not too bothered about adding new maps into the game, but that might be something you guys actually prefer. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.